Next ay polynomial equations and polynomial functions, solutions and zeros na tayo. So, before start tayo sa mga rules nila, sa ating mga theories, sa ating mga theorem. So, ano muna yung polynomial equation and polynomial functions? So, pipakita ko lang yung distinct na difference nila, kung paano mo sila ma-identify. Pero, ang polynomial equation ay kapag i-equate mo siya sa zero, naka-equate siya sa value. So, that's a polynomial equation. However, yung polynomial function naman ganito. Yan. So, kita mo yung difference nila. Yung polynomial equation, naka-equal or you equate it to zero. However, yung polynomial function, parang it's a value of a term. Ito. Yan, di ba? Okay ba? So, yan yung pinaka-distinct the difference nila. And the best way you can identify if it's a polynomial equation or function is by that. Okay, dumako na tayo sa ating discussion. So, sa polynomial equations and polynomial functions, solutions, and zeros. So, 4 yung kailangan nating matutunan or kailangan ma-master, no, sa lesson na to. First is the fundamental theorem of algebra, the Descartes rule of signs, the rational zero theorem, and the synthetic substitution. Okay, let's start with the fundamental theorem of algebra. So, kapag titignan mo sa book ang kanyang definition, which baka i-paste ko rin dito mamaya sa video, na sinasabi, kayo na lang magbasa, pero basically, kung ano yung sinasabi niya, basically, yung logic niya dyan ay, you're going to use the fundamental theorem of algebra to determine the number of solutions or zeros that a polynomial equation or function has. So, in order to determine the number of solutions or zeros, ang kailangan mo lang daw tignan, sabi ni fundamental theorem of algebra, ay yung highest degree. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung pinakamalaking exponent. Ay, hindi pala highest degree. Yung degree ng polynomial mo. Ibig sabihin, yung highest exponent. Yun, that's what I'm trying to say. So, dito, for example, dito, sa x cubed minus 12x squared plus 47x minus 6 equals 0. So, this is a polynomial equation. So, paano natin mahanap yung number of solutions niya? Paano natin mahanap? By just looking at it. Okay? So, sinasabi ni fundamental theorem of algebra na mahanap mo daw yan sa pamamagitan ng kanyang degree or the highest exponent ng kanyang variable, which is 3. So, since the degree of this polynomial equation is 3, meaning this has 3 solutions. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabi niya. So, kung gusto nyong sa kanya mismong anong tawag dun? Conclusion. So, sasabihin mo lang by the fundamental theorem of algebra, therefore, the polynomial equation x cubed minus 12x squared plus 47x minus 6 has a total of 3 solutions because it has a degree of 3. Yon. So, yun lang yung sinasabi ni fundamental theorem of algebra. Pero, I'll give pa man examples. Okay? For example, ito. This is a polynomial function. Now, pinapahanap sa atin ilan yung number of zeros ng function na ito. So, since it has a degree of 4, meaning it has 4 zeros. Okay? So, yung degree ay yung highest power of the variable and the polynomial. Highest power of the variable. So, ito yung highest power natin. Okay? Ito. So, ilan yung solutions natin for this equation? So, may 4 tayo, may 3, may 2, may 5. So, meaning we have 5 solutions. Okay, ganun lang kadali si fundamental theorem of algebra. Okay, dito. So, try natin i-answer with a conclusion. So, bigyan ko yan ng time mag-answer. Okay. So, dito, we can see that it is a polynomial equation sa number 1 natin. Ibig sabihin, we're trying to find the number of solutions. Kapag function kasi, we're going to find the number of zeros. So, dito, sa ating polynomial equation, we have, yung highest power niya is 3. So, degree niya ay 3. Ibig sabihin, the polynomial equation, x cubed minus 2x squared minus 11x plus 12, no, is of degree 3. Hence, it has 3 solutions. And for our number 2, our polynomial function, we're going to find the number of zeros, no, na meron siya. And, pag titignan natin, yung highest power niya dito ay 5. Ibig sabihin, degree of 5 siya. Ibig sabihin, the polynomial function, 2x raised to 5 plus x raised to 4 minus 23x cubed minus 7x squared plus 45x minus 18 is of degree 5. Hence, it has 5 zeros. So, ganyan lang siya. Ganyan lang natin siya bibigyan ng conclusion. Basta, mamimension natin yung degree niya. I mean, mamimension natin kung paano natin na-conclude na ganun or ganun yung number ng solutions niya. Dapat meron kang hence, no, is of degree 5, ganun. Or it has a degree of 5. So, dito naman sa Descartes' rule of signs, i-determine natin kung ilan sa mga solutions or zeros ay ang positive at ang negative. Okay? So, we're going to be determining kung ilan yung positive real zeros or ilan yung negative real zeros. And dito rin sa Descartes' rule of signs, matututunan natin yung table. So, mamaya na yan. So, yun yung kinastate ng Descartes' rule of signs. So, gamitin natin to for example. C2. Yan, gamitin natin tong function na to. Function yan. Okay? So, to determine the positive real zeros muna, ang babasihan lang natin is variation. Meaning, how many times the sign switched or how many times the signs changed. Okay? So, we're going to determine the number of positive real zeros by the number of variations in sign. Okay? Or kung ilang beses siya nag-sign switch. So, sa positive real zeros, wala pa tayong gagawin sa ating polynomial function. So, bibilangin lang natin yung signs nila. So, dito may, di ba, may invisible positive sign yan dyan. So, hindi siya. Ito, isa. Di ba? Positive and negative. Sign switched. Dito, wala. Dito, meron. Dito. Okay, so dito, wala nag-change na sign. X lang. Dito, meron. Isa. Dito, wala. Dito, meron din. Dito, meron din. So, there's 3 in total. So, 3 beses nag-switch yung signs natin. Meaning, paglalagyan natin ng conclusion yan, therefore, the polynomial function, blah, 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 ito lang yun, has 3 positive real zeros because the signs change 3 times. Okay? So, ganun yung sa akin. Ngayon, para naman sa ating negative real zeros. So, negative real zeros natin, nakakaiba siya. Okay? Kakaiba yung negative real zeros natin. Litan ko na lang yung sulat ko. Okay? So, dito, papalitan natin or gagawin nating negative lahat ng variables ng ating function. So, magiging ganyan siya. Diba? And then, di pa siya kasha. Ganyan. And then, isa-simplify natin sila. So, ito, negative x raised to 5. So, sinabi ko kanina, I mentioned earlier, and the past videos ko pa, na kapag ni-raise natin siya sa isang odd number, it will maintain as a negative. Magiging negative pa rin siya. So, still, magiging negative x raised to 5. And negative x raised to 5, multiply it by 2, magiging negative 2x raised to 5 siya. Diba? Ito naman, this will become positive kasi nga even number. It's raised to an even number. Ito naman, it will remain as negative x cubed. Pero multiply it to negative 23, it will give you positive 23x cubed. Okay? Ito naman, ito magiging positive x squared. But multiply it to a negative 7, magiging negative 7x squared siya. And then, ito naman, negative 45x at negative 18. Now, gagawin na rin natin yung ginawa natin kanina sa positive. Yung sign variation. So, 1, none, 2, none, none. Okay, so, conclusion natin. Therefore, the polynomial function blah 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 has 2 negative real zeros because the signs change twice, or the variation, or there was the signs switch or change twice. Yeah, ganun. So yan yung sinasabi ni Descartes' rule of signs. And dito, we'll be able to determine ilan sa pag nandun na tayo sa ano natin, sa ating substitution, sa ating, ang tinatawag doon, yung ating synthetic substitution. Malalaman natin kung ilan ba sa solution natin ay yung negative, ilan ba sa solution natin yung positive. So, medyo clue na yan siya kung ano yung magiging solution natin. So, pwede natin gamitin yan. Katulad nung doon sa the fundamental theorem of algebra. So, sa fundamental theorem of algebra, pinapakita sa atin yung number of solution or zeros. Ito naman, specified siya. Kung ilan sa mga solutions na yun yung negative, ilan naman doon ay positive. So, this will be our table. Kung ano yung nakuha natin kaninang mga values, ilalagay natin dito. At, actually, before na magsulat talaga tayo ng conclusion, I forgot to mention na, di ba yung nakuha mong number of variations in sign? For example, kanina nakuha natin sa positive real zeros ay 3. So, kukunin mo yung value na yon at isusubtract mo yon sa even number. Hanggang di mo na siya masubtract sa isang even number. So, you're going to simplify it hanggang di mo na siya masubtract sa even number. So, sa kaninang example natin, we have our positive real 0, 3. Yung 3 natin, pwede pa natin yung ma-reduce. Pwede pa natin yung isubtract sa isang even number, which is 2. So, 3 minus 2 will be 1. Same goes for our negative. So, negative ay 1, 2, 2. So, sa negative natin 2. And pwede pa rin siya ma-simplify. So, 0. And dito rin nag-come in handy yung ating fundamental theory of algebra. Kasi sa total, isusulat natin dyan yung ating degree. So, kanina, sa equation natin, yung degree natin ay, sa kaninang problem natin, degree natin ay 5. Ngayon, para sa ating mga imaginary numbers dito, kasi we need to have the total or sum na 5 sa kanila. So, 3 plus 2, it's 5. So, imaginary number natin ay 0 lang. Ito naman, 1, what number anong number ang i-add mo kay 1 para maging 5 yung sum niya. So, dyan yung imaginary number na 4. So, ganyan nag-take in place yung table. But, I don't know for pangolin and bearcat if meron kayong ganito. But, sa amin kasing mouse deer, meron kaming ganito. And, kasama siya sa mga quizzes namin. And, kasama rin siya sa point system. So, if ever man, may ganito kayo, then, ganito magana yung table. Basta, you'll need to add these numbers para makuha yung total or makuha mo yung sum mo na degree.